guys are already married.
You're the same age.
How old is he?
Yeah.
How old is he?
How old are you? 56?
You're the same age.
56?
Yeah, but that was great. I love him. We're the same age. Well, how old is she?
How old is he?
I think it's mid-50s.
I think I'm older than him.
She's my age.
I'm older than you.
You're my age.
I'm 57. I'm older than you.
57 in June.
You're still 56.
His birthday is June 5th. That's the radio show. We have a Marine coming.
Okay. Now, how old is he?
I think the same age.
What's the same age?
57.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
How old are
What
you?
year were you born?
I'm the same age as her, he said. That's it.
Am I
How
right?
old are you?
Am I right?
He's probably younger. He just looks older.
Sammy Slots, how old are you?
He
Okay.
looks older than me. It's the juice.
I don't dye my hair.
It's the juice. It's the juice. Look.
Dad, can you put my mic on and make sure it works? I don't hear anything. Oh, well, thanks, Dad.
I heard that.
Appreciate
What do you think?
that.
I'm deaf. I can hear everything you're
Mic,
saying.
mic check, 1, 2, 3. Wait, why do I hear an echo of my own mic?
All right, let's do a mic check first, and then I'll make
yeah.
that.
I hear an echo of my own mic,
'Cause you know it's
but
always
it's not
loud,
in my
right?
ears. It's literally in my mouth.
Oh, say hi.
Hi.
No, too loud.
You
Seriously.
told me to say hi.
Yeah, but not scream it. Gino, this is way too loud.
I didn't scream it.
Say hi, babes. Wow.
Microphone checker 1, 2. What is this?
How do I sound to you guys?
Oh, maybe I heard an echo because you have that on.
Maybe.
Because I heard it through my ears.
Wow, wow. All right. Say hi, normal guys.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
All right,
Hi.
we're good. Phew.
You didn't answer my question, Jerry.
All right, what, babe?
I said, hi, how are you?
I'm good, sweetheart. We're good, guys. We're live on Facebook, guys.
Woo, sounds good. All right, I got to share it on Facebook. I'm
gotta share
drinking
it.
this. I'm going to bring this to work tomorrow. People are going to be like, what am I drinking?
It's my
I'll bring it in my
orange
Tumblr
How
cup.
long does it last, Bobby, for a week?
I wouldn't wait more than 3 days.
We
Yeah.
could drink it within
If
3
I did
days.
it with my other juice,
Almost gone by tonight, probably.
yeah. If I
I'm
did,
doing a juice fast, so I'm going to drink it all in 2 days.
yeah, I would. It starts losing nutrients every minute, but I would, I wouldn't go past.
Just suck it all
3
down
days.
now.
Oh, I'm in the toilet all
It's more. It's definitely more active right now.
All right, so now it's public. I'm going to share for you, okay?
When did you do it? Or when did you juice it? Did you juice
Just
it?
now.
Oh, before you got here.
Hey, guys out there, we're going to be starting in like 10 minutes,
Nice.
okay?
All right, let me get my mic on. I'm like dancing under this rug because it keeps getting stuck under my boot. Yeah, this tablecloth keeps getting stuck under my boot. Let me get my phone.
There it is, baby. It's on yours.
Is it on yours, Jer?
I'm going to put it on yours now. What's your name on here anymore?
L.
All right.
What kind of number is this?
Every day.
What is that? That's someone calling you right now? Answer it. Just say, who the fuck are you?
All right, we don't curse on my show, baby.
Oh shit, we're live. And I said shit. And I said it again.
Oops.
Three bombs
I
right in a
can't
row.
take it, baby. I can't take
She
it.
already started.
Only on Facebook.
No cursing on Facebook? Or
No.
What are you talking about then?
Oh, help me, help me.
Oh,
Lord
you
of
shared
mercy.
a link on my timeline.
They're testing the Jesus in me, baby. They're testing it.
Oh, Greg Rapport is watching, guys.
Hey, Greg. Hey, Schnookums.
You need a what do you call page so I could help you?
Well, I do have
Because you
different
have a-
pages.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Where's your radio page?
It's
The Jerry Petito Show.
And
Duh.
that's the live feed is on there or
No,
no?
it's on my regular one.
Because I
then-
can't share it on my
Why? I
Full
made it
Cup or
public.
Raw Food City.
Why? All right, I'll do it. Hold on. All right, so I have that. Save.
I'll try.
Alright.
I'm just gonna copy the link instead.
What was I gonna do?
All right, let me put it in my radio page too.
I gotta go to Jerry's page anyways. We have 10 minutes, guys.
Guys, hey baby.
I'm gonna share it on my page.
All right, let's see what we got going on.
Right, post. Do you have it as public, Jer?
Yes.
Okay.
So now look, I'm gonna share
Awesome.
Raw Food
It's on my
City, right?
page.
So to a group. Is it a group? No, it's a page, right?
Yeah, that's my
It's a group.
it's no, it's not a
No,
group.
because look.
Oh, they might be a group.
Raw Food City is a group.
All right, so let's see.
But he has, isn't it?
No,
City-
it's
You have a page.
It's a page.
I know. So how do I do this? So wait. All right. I let's try it this way. Hold on a minute. I know. Let me share it to my page first, because then it's not even. Let me see what we got here.
Oh, you're Robert Parker. Okay.
All right, on your page. So let me do it on my page first, okay? Jerry Petito Show, publish. Now maybe from there I could do it to another page. You think?
Yeah, I think once it's.
On my page.
I think because it's.
All I can do, the closest to that would be this. Raw food.
Does it come up?
I could put it on this, where it's tagging you, and then you just share it from there on your page. So go to your Raw Food City. and
Oh,
it'll say
yeah,
you were
I just
mentioned,
seen
and
it.
There you
just share it
go.
That way.
See, that's why we need 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
You said 12-year-olds?
No, 20.
Okay. I was like, I just turned 21.
Share the live video. Yeah.
Diane Steely Brown wants to know if we're discussing raw recipes as well.
Sure,
we
absolutely.
might. Diane, hi, sweetheart. I graduated high school with Diane. Diane helped me with my online class
This is a healthy show. I have, like, healthy drink right here.
with my computer. Hey, Diane. Hey, Greg. Who's, that was mine. All right, we're good now.
I don't have an echo on mine.
All right.
I don't know why it's.
Did you share it?
I thought I did. It's automatically taking me to.
I want to show you something
Your
also.
screen is so dark, I can't see anything.
It is kind of dark.
All right, look, I want to show you something. These are my health things on my book, right? So this is what I use now. So this is the same one you use, I'm sure, Brags, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, after
Oh, is this?
now before for 25 years of doing my own lemons and limes, here's a secret. You might know it. Okay, now I use these. Non-GMO, 100% organic. You ready for this? One ingredient. 100% lemon, 100% lime, one ingredient.
Oh, nice.
Okay?
And it's organic.
It's
not
all organic.
pasteurized?
No, nothing.
It's
Oh my
cold pressed?
gosh, cold pressed. Nope, done. So now that's all I use. 100%.
So,
I love Santa
so
Cruz.
those three are in there?
Those three are in there. That's the only thing I ever use.
Gone life is nice.
Yeah. Those three are in there. The apple cider vinegar and the green tea and the local honey.
Why
Oh,
is it not
great.
working?
Okay?
Yum.
So I give all this when people need stuff, so I keep my
Mommy,
folders.
it's not working. It should be here or here, but nothing's going
I
on.
know, it's weird, 'cause I don't know why it's not. It's
Refresh.
frozen.
Yeah, refresh it. Like,
And you know this, right?
exit out of the app and go back to it.
I just. What is that?
They
Is that
found
Manuka?
honey in King Tut's tomb still good.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
No
Manuka.
way.
Swear to God, so it's
That's
from God.
sick.
It's from God. Yep.
Is that Manuka?
Whose phone is making noises? Is it mine?
It's not mine. No, the phone downstairs is ringing.
Oh,
I hear ringing.
okay, babe.
But that's not me.
Guys, we're gonna start in 5 minutes. We have a guest in the studio. Okay. I'm not even sure who he is, but he's hanging out, aggravating me. No, he's not.
Whoa.
No, he's not.
Nah, you're gonna date later.
I love that.
It's funny, right?
Right? You guys go to Papa's Tomato Pie after. Is that not happening tonight?
It's not happening tonight, baby.
Why not?
I'm not doing Papa's. I'm doing carrot apple.
Juice fast.
Baby, I am so excited. I can't even tell
It's
you.
so good. This is my second cup.
Hey,
But I
Aunt.
feel like my stomach is like getting used to it.
You're probably gonna take a giant dump.
I don't need to do that on air.
That's gonna loosen stuff up.
You think that will help in my situation?
Helps with all situations.
I have a hemorrhoid.
Yay!
You just told me to tell him. Well, what? I don't know how else you put.
That's awesome.
Gino, cut their mics.
Oh, I could talk
Will
about
that
hemorrhoids
help?
all day.
What help?
How do you go? I'm cut off.
I'm in charge. I love this. I love being the boss.
I'm being serious though. If that will help, that will help.
Should we talk about that on air?
Not that. We have a lot more to talk about that people really want to hear about. This is going to be a great show. Oh, Lord. Jesus Santiago's watching. Hey, baby. Sing to me, baby. You know why.
I think my mic's off.
All right, you can put their mics back, Gino. Be good.
I didn't say anything bad. My dad told me to say it.
All right. 2 minutes, guys. We're gonna have my theme song. Our guest is gonna love this one.
Oh, nice. A surprise?
It's a surprise.
Yay!
My theme song. My guest is gonna love this theme song. Yeah. He'll relate. He'll relate.
Okay.
He'll relate.
He'll relate to it.
He will relate.
Yes.
Got you. I thought you were saying Hillary was late or something. I was like, what the hell is she saying?
Hillary was late.
Okay, people are already asking when the show starts. Mary wants to know what Raw Food City is, so you can get into that after your poem.
Cool.
Darling, hey, Mare, when you hear this poem, baby, you will know. You will know.
Hi, man.
Today is
Hi,
going to
Sammy.
be an amazing show about health, but the real story, okay? Not what you've been told or taught or you think you know. We're here to expose the truth, baby, the real story on health. Right?
Yes. And how simple
And how simple.
it really is.
It
We're
really
going to talk
is.
about veganism again?
Yes.
Like how we got into veganism and then
Yeah.
what's good about, like, the bad benefits about everything.
Yes. There's no bad benefits about veganism.
I meant dairy-wise. The dairy industry exposed that. He did
No,
that on
we're
my
not,
show. It's
we're not
awesome.
exposing all that nonsense. We're just going to talk about the benefits of veganism and why it's so good because we
More
want
like
to make
exposed.
sure our show doesn't get cut, you know? Yeah, let's take the phone call.
Are we live?
No, well, we're live on Facebook. Hello? Okay.
Did you find the mouse?
Hey,
Hello?
hey,
Hey.
hello.
Hi.
Yo.
How you doing?
Good. Who is this?
This is Jesus Tony Santiago.
Hello, my love. But listen, the show didn't start yet. We need you to call back like 10 after. We need you to call back. Got it? 10 after. Stay awake for 10 minutes.
You could sing to him.
Yes. Yes, Dan. I told him that in the car. Love you.
I'm really excited. I'm talking to Jesus.
You're talking to Jesus, baby.
Hey, just eat it. Eat it.
Oh, my gosh. In 10 minutes. Do that. Okay, call us back. Bye. All right. I'm done. Bye.
All right.
10 minutes. That's great. I said, listen, you got to call in and sing something funny about food. All right, let's start. Let's start, baby.
4:59.
Let's do it. We're going to start, guys. I know, Mayor, right? Pablo, did you hear Jesus?
Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Petito.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Jerry Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
When you don't know just what to do,
Just what to do, just what to do.
if what you're feeling is really true,
Is it really true? Is it really true?
just keep your ideas safe and sound.
Safe and sound, safe and sound.
That's exactly how change is found.
Change is found, change is found. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Jerry Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Jerry Petito Show on Hamiltonradio.net. You know, I have some amazing guests all the time, but I got to say, some some guests make my show even more fun, and tonight's going to be one of those shows. We have so much in common, and he's also a comedian, which I just love. He also had a show here on Hamilton Radio. I'll let him tell you all about that. DJ Danny sitting in with us. We love her because I stole him from her as usual.
She always does.
I'm Jerry Petito, guys. Oh, my boards aren't up. Gino, can you put them up for me? My boards? All right. I'm the author of I'm Not an Addict, I'm Just an Ass.
I was going to say it looked dark back there.
You can put them up.
I'm not an addict, I'm just
All right, so anyway, I want him to introduce himself to you, and then I will read his poem.
I am Bobby Buns Parker, and I'm from Raw Food City, I guess. I'm from the city of raw food. And, hi. Jerry's going to say a poem.
You know, before I read this poem, now I really got to say something.
What's up?
So this guy here is an amazing guy, number one. He's also hysterically funny. So much has gone on in his life. And what you just heard him say is basically the facts he gave me when I asked for facts for this poem. All right? This guy's, listen, so I had to like pull out these funny facts to read this poem. So I'm going to read this poem so at least you guys will get to know who he is. Because by what he just said, you won't know.
Exactly.
Who is he again?
All right?
Who is that guy?
Who is this guy?
Let's see who Bobby is.
All right, so I named the poem Raw Food City. Tonight's show for me is so great, my guest and I can really relate. Robert Parker's his name, Bobby Buns he prefers, only solutions he offers as problems occurs. Born and raised in New York and still there resides with a beautiful family, both his and his bride's. 26 years with Trisha, she's devoted to you as her mate. Even when you were heavy, she loved you in spite of your weight. 2 awesome kids you have, a boy and a girl named Bobby and Breeze. So lucky to have you as parents, keeping them healthy and free of disease. This guy is insane with all he has done. Talk about a great ride. His life sure is fun. He's a comedian and singer who's traveled around doing light designs at shows and probably helping with sound. He's also been on TV, and one that blew my mind, one of my all-time faves, Impractical Jokers, Bobby shined. His man boobs are amazing. It's there they first debuted. I got to see them bouncing, and his buns were spanked too. Sal Volcano from that show co-owned with Bobby for a bar in hopes of having their own stage, performing to crowds near and far. He had no business in buying a business. These words came from his mouth. Not knowing all the ups and downs, his business soon went south. In 2010 is when he started, eating raws and juicing a lot, insane while owning his bar, drinking juice and then do a shot. When he first bought the bar, he was so high on juice, thinking he'd handle it, his thoughts were then reduced. The next few years were rough, alcohol swallowed him up. His lifestyle was unhealthy. It was time to now fill his cup. You see, growing up as a kid, he was fat. Oh, that word, it's so filled with hate. This world puts so much emphasis on a person's personal weight. I grew up skinny with a brother obese. I never judged a person, just worried about disease. Bobby's life growing up was filled with lots of food. Here's a loaf of bread from Mom to satisfy your mood. It's the truth. You even finished others' plates when dinner time was done, but as an adult at 3:25, your eating was no longer fun. Your favorite food, baked ziti, has taken a back seat. Guacamole is now your fave, no longer eating meat. Your favorite juice is LGB. That really sounds like porn. Are you in touch with your feminine side? Lemon ginger blast in the morn. At 44 and going strong, a year 100% raw. When people see you now, I bet they drop their jaw. That aha moment for you, my friend, unfortunately cost your brother's life to end. Watching him die of cancer, knowing there was a cure, he didn't have the faith learning about it more. Your family is now on board, I bet because you are the cook. At first, I bet it wasn't so till they noticed your new look. A food addiction isn't fun, no different than any other. If you're like me, I bet you are. The blame went on our mother. The Testosterone Show was how we really met. You did a show with Craig on Hamiltonradio.net. We have so much in common. Playing poker, we both love. My favorite hand is Jack 4. 710 is the hand you'd shove. Like the Incredible Hulk, starts off small before getting big. You even named it David Banner, Hulk's alter ego. Go fig. The World Series back in 2011, coming in second for 22 grand, and thinking about a new biz, Poker Juice can be your new hand. Raw Food City is your new gig, and a stay-at-home mom you became. Bobby Buns, you are so cool. With those boobs, you are quite the dame. Now weighing in at 175, your goal in life is such. Even if you help just one, Bobby Buns, you've done so much. When asked about God, you feel the light. Sister Vicky agrees, without Jesus, it's night. Get out of the darkness, because God made a way for you to make choices before parting that day. I hope you are ready, because you really are great. I hope when you meet him, he opens that gate.
Yeah.
So, that's for
this.
you. That's for you. I also made you a card protector.
Nice.
So I put, here comes the Incredible Hulk with his picture on one side, right? I put your favorite hand, the 710. David Banner's the name of it. Bobby Buns, that's for you.
That's great.
All right.
Look at that. Thank you.
So,
It's for poker, I think.
yep, it's for poker.
Yeah. Don't mess. The 10-7 is.
All right.
I've never played poker. I don't know.
So, let's talk about the drink I gave you, and then we'll talk about the drink you gave me.
Cool.
So, you like it?
Yeah. It's like candy, really.
All right. So, I brought you the mixture because what I do is this. I've been doing this stuff for close to 30 years. The first 20 years, every day, I prepped. You know, everything was fresh and everything was squeezed. My lemons, everything. So I would say probably the last, probably the last 7 years, I'm also a vegan chef, and now I'm a nutritional health coach. So over the last 7 years, I've found shortcuts. So this is a mixture that I make. I make it once a week, and mine is in a big jar. It's a 3-pound jar. So I put a little bit of raw honey or organic. I get it local, but you could get raw organic honey and put it in the bottom. Then the lemon and lime that I showed you by Santa Cruz, 100% guys. Okay, one ingredient, Santa Cruz, lemon lime. It's unbelievable.
Amazing.
I put a quarter of that jar in the big jar, and then I heat up. Well, I heat the honey first, and then I put in, like, say, 7-9 teaspoons of organic green tea, tea bags in a cup. Let that steep for a few hours. Discard the tea bags. Pour that into the mixture. Then you pour your apple cider vinegar, a quarter of the jar, your lemon and lime, and you have it for the week.
Nice.
So then you can just pour a little bit of it, guys, in the bottom of a mug. You could have hot or cold tea whenever you want.
Yeah, this would be great.
That
heated,
sounds
too.
really good,
Okay.
actually.
Well, I have it hot.
Now, does that
every
have
day.
apple cider vinegar as well?
Everything's
for the
in
great
this
benefit?
mixture. Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
So let's talk about you. So you brought me this.
Yes.
My favorite. Tell everybody about this.
Apple carrot.
Okay.
It's basically it's a Gerson. The Gerson company heals people with
Yep.
cancer with that.
So it healed my second. That healed my first cancer. The water fast had to heal my second one. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The water is the real fast.
Yep.
Yeah. But juice fasting, everybody should do.
Yep.
And that's what I've been doing. It's just inspiring people with juice, and then once you come off a juice fast, you just naturally want to eat better. You crave veggies. You walk into produce aisles and you start drooling.
That's right.
Drooling.
That's right.
You
Yeah.
should definitely start, just for a lot of people that want to know about Raw Food City, what got you started with everything. Just talking before about the juices and then what you like to drink.
Yeah, well, in the poem, it was what really got me pushed to finally lose all the weight was with my brother dying of cancer.
Right.
Yeah, and I knew what happened with him was 100% diet related. The kid, all he did was eat cheese doodles and drink beer and smoke weed. And,
None of that was good for
and
him.
then had really horrible, heartburn, and would have a pint of ice cream to cool the heartburn down.
That's not
So I'm just mad at the doctors not asking him what he ate. It's right away chemo and radiation and opening up a kid who's toxic.
I have to tell you a story. A friend of mine came over to visit me last night. He had cancer, and he wouldn't tell me because he knew what I would say and what I would want him to do. So he waited 6 months, called me up and said, I have something to tell you, and I want to come and see you. Comes over last night. He had the cancer cut off his back. He showed me the scar this big. They gave him radiation, and this is what he said to me. He said, it was really interesting Do you know how they had to radiate the cancer? They had to put glucose, sugar, into his body so that the cancer cells could gravitate towards it so they could actually see it. They showed him on the screen as they're gravitating towards the cancer, and then they radiated it. So you know what I sent him home with? So this is what I tell everybody out there, even if you don't have cancer. It's the same idea. I would have given him maple syrup, 100% organic maple syrup, and baking soda, okay? Because when you mix the mixture together in a teaspoon, what happens is the cancer runs towards the maple syrup, and then the baking soda traps it.
Yeah. That's
Same
cool.
thing, but look what they're doing, though. They're poisoning them.
Oh, yeah.
So they know the truth.
Oh, 100%.
That's right. There's no money.
There's no money in that. There's no money in fasting. There's no money. Yeah. And that's what I've been just telling people constantly. It's like almost like a broken record, and I feel bad for people who are really close to me because that's all they hear all the time. But I'm just like explaining to people that if you're on any type of medication or if you're going to see a doctor for something, like everything is curable what I've done.
That's right.
Everything. I mean, even as big as cancer, and you know.
But here's what I want to say to you about that.
And that's what's great about it.
But how long have you been doing this?
It's been, well,
On
a
and
year
off.
and 2 years ago, I started the vegan thing.
Okay.
And then when I plateaued, because I was like a fat vegan losing weight, it was
Okay.
crazy. I was eating pasta and oil and all your fat vegan stuff, Oreo cookies and stuff like that.
Mm.
And yeah, believe it or not, that cream is vegan. I don't know know
Yeah.
how they do it.
It's
but
poison.
It's poison,
It is
but it's
poison.
vegan.
But they
But-
say it's vegan cookie. I know.
But you know, I soy products, the fake sausage, all that stuff. I did the whole thing, and I was losing weight. I lost 50 pounds doing that. Then I plateaued, and then I was like, you know what? I really got to switch gears, and I started bringing in more veggies, and then the juice fast. Once I went on the juice fast for real this time, because I did 2 weeks, then I did a 30-day. When I did the 30-day, that's when everything, really started happening. Like, that's when
Yep.
the party happened.
That's
because
right.
The party,
It's the truth.
which
Yeah.
is definitely good and healthy for you.
I was doing colonics, and I went after the beast, the serpent, and I got the serpent out, and that was a big party.
Well, I get them regularly. We have a girl now here in Hamilton. I used to have to go to New York and Philly.
Didn't you have her on your show?
Yep, Jen. Yep.
At first, I really didn't want to do it at first.
Why?
I fought it forever because
Why?
I just thought it could happen naturally.
It can't
but
because of our diets for the last 30
yes,
years.
and that's what
That's why.
I was convinced of that.
Yes.
And I've been abusing myself for 40 years.
That's right.
So like how,
Yeah. My nonna died at 100. She lived off of everything was homemade. She came from Italy. She was on a farm for the first 35 years of her life. So she didn't have to do that. But we abused our bodies.
yeah. But the best thing about what has happened to me now is that my fear is gone.
Your fear of what?
I always had fear of everything, cancer, AIDS, all that.
You did?
Oh yeah, all the time. I was always afraid. Like
Was this
deep
when
inside.
you were a
I mean, I
comedian?
wouldn't show it out.
Okay, you didn't show
Oh,
it.
cancer. Oh, don't spit on me. You might give me AIDS.
For real?
But no, but the AIDS thing was a
We
while
have a
back.
call, guys. We have a call. Hello?
Hey there.
Hey there, baby.
Yo.
I used to eat a lot of peanut butter and banana sandwiches and a lot of bacon.
Yeah, sure, Elvis.
Oh man, I still
I love peanut butter and banana.
I still mess with the peanut
Because I'm fat, Shimon.
peanut butter and bacon sandwich. Wait, peanut butter, banana,
He's
bacon
pretending
sandwich.
he's Elvis.
Oh, is that what he used to eat, Elvis? Yeah, I
Yes.
remember that.
Eat
I
it.
know he was big into peanut butter.
Eat
but
it.
No, wasn't it fried
Have a
peanut butter and banana?
It was a fried banana
Yeah.
with bacon.
Will you
I
listen
never
to me
ate
singing to you?
I probably.
Sing, baby.
Eat it. Eat it.
Yeah.
Have a banana. Have a good snack. It doesn't matter if it makes you fat. Just
It's great.
I love you.
too much fun. Too much fun.
I love you. Tell everybody who you are. Give yourself a perk.
Yeah, this is Jesus Tony Santiago.
Yep.
And I wanted to just say hello and wish you well. And it's been a beautiful day.
And you're a singer, an amazing singer.
No.
Oh, yes.
I eat your father's food. God, that's all you got to do is eat God's food, and
That's
you're good to
right.
go.
That's right. Thank you, my love. I love you. Go take your nap.
Thanks, Jesus.
You got it.
All
Later.
right, bye.
Peace. Just eat it.
We eat God's food.
God's food.
Isn't that crazy? How simple is that?
It really is simple. But what people don't realize is that all the cravings go away. You still look.
No,
They
you're
still
right.
they still sneak around and they come in, but
No.
you're able. You're stronger.
But not after you're doing it a really long time. I
Yeah.
don't ever crave any crap.
I
I crave my food.
I try to make her eat sugar, but she doesn't listen.
I don't
to me.
even care. It's like I wouldn't eat that if you paid me. Like why?
She's like, "What are you eating?"
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. You get hooked on feeling like a kid again, because that's what happened to me instantly. 4 days into a fast, you immediately become
a different person.
you're 15 again.
Yeah.
And
Not a water fast. You're in pain the whole entire time.
oh yeah, water
That's
fast is a little
different,
different.
guys.
It's a juice fast.
Juice fast is different. Yeah.
And making on your own juice, because a lot of people think blending and juicing are the same. They're completely
No, they're
different.
not.
You have to take the pulp out
Yep. Strain it.
and give yourself a break from digesting,
Yep. That's right.
and let your other brain heal.
That's right.
Because it's very similar, the brain and the stomach. If you even look at it, pictures of it, it's the same
Yep.
stuff, and it heals. You heal yourself from everything when you're not digesting food, and that's the problem today, is that we eat every 3 meals. What is it?
You don't need it.
It's all
I eat like one or two.
business
anything.
generated. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, it's all business. Protein, calcium, it's all BS. Everything is BS.
The word breakfast, guys, comes from breaking the fast. So your first meal is your breakfast. It doesn't matter. These 3 meals a day thing is really for money. That's
Straight
it.
money.
Straight money.
Yep.
Do you know where the food pyramid came from? Let's talk about that a little bit.
Business, I assume. Yeah.
In the 50s, the food pyramid was actually an advertisement from the dairy industry. So the dairy industry got in touch with the government and said, hey, baby, we can make some cash here, so let's put this in all the schools. So that's where the food pyramid came from. So, as far as 3 meals a day, eat when your body says I'm hungry, right?
Just feel it rumble.
Well, that's the best thing, too, is that I was always hungry. I couldn't, I'm telling you, I'd
Because
wake
you
up
were
and...
starving.
Yeah,
Your cells were
I
starving.
was starving.
That's right. It's the truth, though.
I was starving, and I was eating myself to death.
That's right.
I really was. I was 325, and it's not even like I overate. I just always had to eat, though.
In regards to that.
I don't know if
What
it's
would you
considered
eat?
like, I wasn't a 600-pounder,
Okay.
but I was definitely, I was going uphill constantly.
So what would you eat, Danny asked? Wait till you
I mean, I
eat.
would have Big Ziti in the morning.
Okay.
Like
And
I would have
cold out of the fridge?
cold right out
That's
of the
right.
fridge, and I would have dinner in the morning.
Yeah.
I was at my hungriest in the morning. Now I'm not hungry at all. I wake up and I'm like,
I eat like 1 o'clock. I
I
don't
was
even
gonna say,
think about
what
food.
do you consist now from like what you used to eat to what you eat now? Like,
well,
you said
that
you used to
was
eat
the
3
best thing
meals.
about everything that happened to me was
Mhm.
that I went from eating all the time to not eating at all, but not in a bad way. In a healthy way, because now I'm just eating for fuel.
Okay.
That's right.
Energy-wise.
So, and all those cravings, all those hunger things, 'cause I couldn't stop eating. Like you know what it was too? I stopped eating because I knew if I ate any more, I'd be really bad. So I would have 4 slices of pizza. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I love pizza.
And I wouldn't eat the whole pie. I'd have 4 slices. But
Mhm.
after the 4th slice, I'm like, I was ready to eat again.
I feel like though that happens a lot when you're eating constantly. You feel like you get hungrier. Like
Yeah.
you'll eat something so big, and it'll make you full. You actually get starving.
It never
That
quieted
happens to
down.
my
the
father
beast.
all the time.
After an hour, I was ready to go for another full meal, for sure.
After you ate, yeah.
But the real reason, Dan, it's not because you're eating so much and now all of a sudden your body, everybody thinks this, and this is a fallacy. They think because you put so much food into your stomach that your stomach is stretching and that's making you hungry more. That's really not the case.
Mhm.
What's happening is when you're eating all this crap, your body's getting depleted of minerals and vitamins and all this kind of great stuff that your cells need. So once that starts to happen, your body is letting you know, I'm starving. Not because you need to put more food in it, but you need to put more nutrients into it. That's what's really going on in the body.
And this, yeah.
You know, it's really sad what goes on in this country with the food, even in schools.
But the juice fast was key. The juice fast is key because we're all dehydrated.
That's right.
Yeah, so once I was hydrated, once my body was starting to absorb nutrition, once I quieted down the digestive system and I got rid of all the gook, then I was able to absorb nutrition better.
That's right.
So now when I'd have a juice, like this is affecting me immediately. Like I feel like a buzz on it because I'm not used to the honey.
Yep.
So I'm so clean now that I'm buzzing off of a sip of honey.
You're buzzing like a bee.
I'm
Buzzing like a bee, I love
I'm buzzing
it.
like a bee. And that's the great thing about all the juices too, because once I have juice, I'm lit. I'm on fire. That's what wanted to happen to me. I had so much energy. You know how people are always like tired and lethargic, and they
Coffee is all we is.
and they need coffee, and then they eat,
Energy
and they
drinks.
need coffee, and then they eat, and it's just like just trying to get through the day.
Yep.
You are lit. I'm telling you, you're 15 years old again. That's the magic. That's what I need to explain to everybody.
Explain it, baby.
Is that
Preach it, baby.
it's okay. You're fooled into eating. It's all business. All food is any cooked food is business. 100% business. You do not have to eat. We were born to fast. This body is made to fast.
The Bible also says this, and you don't have to be a Christian. Let me just say one thing about the book. So I'm not preaching God here when I say this, but that book also has instructions for health, and they mean it. So the Bible also says in the Old Testament, I give you your nuts and your seeds as your meat.
Yes.
We were meant to be vegetarians. We were
Yes.
not meant. We were meant to eat off of the ground. We were meant to grow our food.
And
I
our
like
poop
nuts
is
and
fertilizer.
That's right.
If you ate
That's
like
right.
me, raw vegan, I'm not,
That's
well, sometimes I sip on honey. But if you ate like me, my poop is fertilizer.
That's right.
It's not toxic.
That's right.
My poop is straight up edible. Nah, it's not edible, but it will feed.
fertilizer.
It is fertilizer. And that's what our poop is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be toxic.
That's where they used to go. They used to go out in their fields. That was the fertilizer back in biblical times.
Yeah, because if you were just eating nuts and seeds, like, I'll be honest, like my poop, you go into the bathroom after I go,
No odor.
there's no odor.
Me neither.
It's just like, hey, who dropped the flour in here?
Okay.
It's official.
People don't understand
flower.
that. People don't understand that. I don't forget that part, but I was going to say something else. But we could get into so much. If you guys want more information once this show is over, we're going to talk about a lot.
Raw
We
Food
have
City.
till 6:30. You can get in touch with this amazing man on Raw Food City. You could get in touch with me. We could talk to you together. Whatever it takes to help you.
Yeah, I help people all day long.
Okay.
It's free.
That's right.
If you have a question, shoot it to me. I will
right.
reply. And
That's right.
that's all I've been doing. I've been just constantly telling people, because I know money grows on trees when you're healthy and you're helping. I know that for a fact too. Like it has nothing
That's
to do
right,
with money.
babe. That's
It's
right.
nothing to do with money. It's
There's
just
nothing to do with money.
just ask me. I will help you, and
Yep.
and I will have all the gifts. I'm already a billionaire right now. I don't have it literally, but I'm a billionaire. I am living a billionaire life because honestly, if I had $1 billion, I would be eating the way I'm eating because I would want to live forever, right?
Of course.
So I'm.
But be honest,
I'm a
how
billionaire.
expensive is it for 5 pounds of apples and 5 pounds of carrots?
It really
Then
isn't expensive.
Then I'll talk, Ed.
The beauty part about it is that once you're clean, once you've cleaned up a little bit, and you're absorbing the nutrients the way I do,
Yeah.
all the hunger is gone. So I could sip on some juice and I'm good.
Right.
I'm good. And I'll have a salad at night. So I spent a lot more money on the standard American diet than I do now.
I mean,
This is
true.
This is what happens, okay? And tell me if you've heard this as well, because people always say, well, I can't afford to eat healthy, all right? But this is what you guys aren't understanding out there. It's not just about your daily meals or your weekly meals. Okay, maybe our organic salad might be more than your McDonald's burger today, right? But after you live a lifestyle that we've lived, We're not spending money on any crap, any junk, any alcohol, any nothing, right? No cigarettes, no tobacco, no drugs, no nothing. We do not spend our money on any toxic anything. So if you guys really added up everything you're spending on a daily basis, whether it's smoking or drinking, right?
Yeah,
you guys are spending so much more money than we could ever spend on our healthy food.
Yeah.
So it's so much bigger than just the cost of that salad and that McDonald's burger.
A juice fast with organic fruits and veggies is $15 a day tops.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well,
There you
a
go.
situation too is you have some people right now in the group chat. Like Mary just asked, "What is your protein sources?"
Oh, well,
That's a joke. That's the
yeah.
best. We love that question.
That question's the best.
Just go ahead, answer it.
Because protein is
Oh my God.
it's such. Put it this way: nobody has
Ever.
went to
Ever.
the doctor with a protein
Ever.
deficiency. It's never going to happen because there's amino
not
acids in
possible.
every single food you eat. There's protein in bananas. There's protein
Broccoli,
in
greens.
broccoli. There's protein in greens. Like spinach, just a handful of spinach has more
love
amino
spinach.
acids
That's
than thousands of pounds of meat because our meat is not
It's
even
so tainted.
doesn't have protein anymore.
Anymore, they're not even allowed to eat grass.
Because the cows are eating genetically
you
modified
go.
corn. So if you think you're getting protein
you're
from meat,
nuts.
you're crazy.
That's right.
Protein, just throw protein and calcium out the window because that's all BS. You could get plenty of that in a plant-based diet.
There you go.
100%. Even if it's cooked.
So let's talk about protein because this always cracks me up. All right. So I have actually been asked by very unhealthy, very overweight people, well, how do you get your protein? I almost want to laugh in their faces. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying that because it's so ridiculous to me. Here you are and you know you're unhealthy and you know I'm healthier than you are.
Yeah.
Okay? And you're asking me these silly questions. Right? So the food source today, you touched base on that. The meat is not even meat. They're not even allowed to eat grass. Let me tell you about the cow. The cow was actually made for your source of protein, biblical days, or, like when my grandmother was on a farm 100 years ago, right? That was their source of meat. Here's how it really went down. That cow was out on the grass, eating grass in the sun, number one. Okay, it wasn't given corn or soy to eat, all right? It ate what it was supposed to. So between the sunlight and the vitamin D and the grass, it got the exact amount of protein it needed in its flesh.
Yes.
For you. One family, that cow would last them a year. One family with 8 kids, they would make one little piece of meat. Everybody got a little taste. Not 16 ounces today. So what we've done has destroyed the way our body even processes things. We're not even doing what we're supposed to be doing, right?
No, it's horrifying because
I know.
I know. We could be here 10 hours.
I know.
But the cow.
Awake the world, though.
It's all a business. That's what I want you guys to know too. Is that you have no idea where that cow is coming from. It's all weight. When they come in, they could be full blown retarded. I don't know. Sorry to use that word, but they could come in walking half-ass, filled with cancer. Yep. They just cut that out. They throw it right in the blender.
Not even more. You know what they use it for now? They won't waste that part either.
I know, you said that one. Yeah.
Now they shred that. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what they do to the cows. All right? This is horrifying.
Oh,
I'm going to tell you because
I don't eat meat, so
you had to bring it up.
Yeah.
So let's share.
Yeah.
They take the cows now today. Not one of them is out on grass unless it's an organic farmer, which is rare because you want to know why it's rare. Because now today there's only maybe, I don't know, a handful, not even 6 companies that all own produce. They all own cows. They all own right.
It's all
dairy.
business.
It's all business. So, so you have the same. There might be 2 companies that own all the dairy. 2 companies that own all the cow farms, right? Mm-hmm. So this is how it goes. They're all in concrete buildings, no windows, nothing, no light, concrete slabs. They have to have the poor cows hooked up to a machine from their stomachs. They put holes in all their stomachs, and they have them hooked up in a tube that goes into the ceiling. They feed them corn and soy, which they're not supposed to have. So what happens is...
jack them up with antibiotics.
That's right. So now the poor cow can't digest anything. So they have to clean out that hole every day of all the toxic stuff. Here's the worst, well, I say the worst part, but years ago they would at least cut that tainted meat around that hole and trash it. They don't even do that anymore, so they don't want to waste that. So now they take that cancerous meat that they know is white and cancerous, right? We have a phone caller. Let's take this first, and then we'll finish this. Hello?
Oh, hi, is this Jerry?
Hi.
How you doing? This is Maybelline. I called you way back. How you doing?
Hi, Maybelline. You did call me way back. How are you?
Hi, man.
I'm a big fan of Bobby Buns.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Tell us why.
Oh, well, I've seen him on his videos, and I think he's really sexy.
Your videos?
Oh, yeah.
How about
thank
those
you.
man boobs?
Oh, you got nice man boobs. You got the same size breasts as I do.
Huh?
They are definitely female.
Oh, I would definitely love to pinch your nipples.
Oh, Maybelline. You have a fan, Bobby Buns.
I am excited.
Thank you, Maybelline. It's always a pleasure when you call, girlfriend.
Oh, thank you very much. Goodbye there, Bobby Buns. And what's that drink that you have? The LGBT, whatever it is.
That's the cure right there. You drink that every day and watch the magic happen.
What kind of magic is that?
What's that?
What kind of magic is that?
Oh, you feel the light.
Oh, he feels the light, baby.
As soon as you feel the light, then
I don't understand the name of that drink. It sounds like a homosexual cocktail.
yeah, that's what it is. Oh, if you put a little some sunshine in there,
Oh, baby.
it gets gay in this party.
Well, I know you were busy, man. I'm going to let you go, but I'm going to keep listening, and I'm a big fan of yours, Bobby Buns.
Thanks, Maybelline. Love you, girlfriend.
Love you too. Goodbye.
Peace, May.
Maybelline. So you have a fan, baby. So back to the cows, right? So, where was I at with that?
You were
The cancerous meat.
You were
Okay,
you
so
said-
now they
yeah.
used to throw that meat away. They no longer do that because they don't want to waste it. So what they do is they take that cancerous meat and they blend it up, and they
Yummy.
put it in a bleach solution to kill what's in there, and then they add the coloring. And every burger in the United States, unless it's from an organic farm, is that meat. So all the chopped meat that you guys are buying
is basically
is that.
cancer.
That's right.
Died.
That's right.
Tumors.
It's not even real.
When you guys
That's
get
right.
a chance, I want Jerry to read that comment that somebody just said, and I want you to explain with what they just said.
Tell us we need protein to protect and repair.
Why do Jim tell us he should?
Wait, Carmela's?
Yes.
Why do tell us we need protein to protect and repair our muscles? So
Jim tells them that. Like when you go to the gym.
Oh,
they
to
tell-
the gym.
Oh
To the gym.
man, the
Okay.
school system is
So-
so
The school system is now being
I'm-
paid, guys,
by the milk industry.
and by the pharmaceutical industry to get. See, I'm afraid they're
How-
going to take. I don't
I'm-
want them to take the show off. You know what I mean?
I know, and
I know.
I'm afraid for my kids.
That's
really,
right.
Because she's my daughter like loves chocolate milk, and I'm like, you cannot drink that.
That's right.
What
Listen,
about chocolate almond milk?
Listen, guys.
That's cool. That's cool.
We will answer all your questions. I promise you. We want to keep this show on.
Yeah.
Sometimes they take
yeah.
my shows off when we talk about too many things. So, Carmela, listen, get in touch with either one of us and we will answer all your questions. But I want to say this, and this I can say. So, all those protein powders out there that the gyms are pushing, they're also getting a kickback.
Yeah.
So, those protein powders are toxic as well. If you guys eat leafy greens, all your green vegetables, you get more protein than you could ever get,
Yeah.
ever in this tainted
Just
meat anyway.
any-
Now, do you recommend still frozen though? Frozen.
Frozen
fine.
is also fine.
It's
They
fine.
take it, they flash it, they freeze it, bam.
Actually, it's sometimes
Sometimes
it's
it's
high in
healthier.
nutrition in
That's right.
frozen because
Frozen, that's right.
they freeze it when it's
Instantly.
ripe.
Which is
So-
right. Mm-hmm.
And it's better to eat a
There you
frozen
go.
ripe broccoli than a
That's right.
unripe.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
So why raw food city?
Okay.
Well,
Let's get back to you.
once I started not cooking. See, here's the thing, because you want to keep advancing when I see all the magic that happened. I don't know if everyone knows. If you're just tuning in now, I lost 150 pounds. I lost 50 pounds being vegan, and then I lost another 100 being raw vegan. And the deeper I went in and the cleaner I got, it just where was I?
Raw Food City.
Oh, why Raw Food City? Yeah. So I was just the cleaner I got, the better I felt, and then I got hooked on the feeling.
Okay.
And
feeling better.
the youth and the change and the body healing itself and all my ailments going away. Like I had sleep apnea. I was definitely borderline diabetic, hypertension, couldn't walk up hills. My feet were always getting swollen. Like there was a lot of things going on with me where I was like, shit, I'm going to die. Or I'm going to have to get medicated.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I knew the doctor wasn't the answer. And that was just straight common sense. I mean, that was just from my own 44 years of living on this planet. I'm like, doctors ain't going to do shit.
Nope.
It's just
They still don't.
It's just a Band-Aid. Like, that's the problem. Like, that's what happened with my brother. When my brother, because I begged my brother to run away with me and fast. And here I am at 325 pounds telling my brother how to eat, you know? And now, so that's what really sparked me because I don't want that ever to happen again. If somebody asks me for advice or if I try to help somebody, I'm like, look at my glow. This is the way to heal yourself, you know? Like, just don't get fooled by that. You know, I want your show to stay on too, but
Yeah,
It's-
I know. It's like we
It's-
want to, you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm biting my tongue. But like,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
don't.
Right. I know.
Doctors cannot
All right,
heal you.
So let me talk to you about doctors because I've learned what we can and cannot say sometimes. So
Oh God,
I have doctors and I have nurses in my family and I love them. We disagree, but we still love each other. But I'm going to tell you the problem is their hands are tied as well because their license could be threatened.
Mm-hmm.
So there's so much involved, guys. It's not just about anyone wanting to lie to you.
They're robots.
Okay. It's about so much more. It's about big pharma, big bucks.
Yeah.
It's just, you can't even imagine the depths of it. So, all right, I'll give you an example. You can vouch for this. Supermarkets. Why do they cater to wanting, all right, so I got to bite my tongue here. All right, so wait.
I am so confused.
When you
with
go
what
into
you're
a supermarket, the exterior aisles, okay, what do we see?
Well, I know when I first walk in, it's usually produce,
Okay, the exterior.
and then it's all like milk and dairy, right? And
Okay.
all
The eggs and
fridges and
stuff,
the
right?
eggs and
Okay.
the milk is all like the exterior.
Okay.
Breads.
Okay. Now, when you go down your first aisles in the beginning, you'll see cereal boxes.
Yep.
You'll see snacks. This is what they do, guys. The companies that sell the supermarkets all these products will come in and say, "We own these shelves." So they will make
Oh,
sure when
yeah.
you have your child sitting in your grocery cart, their eye goes right to all the sugared cereals, right to all the snacks, all the
Frosted Flakes are
cookies,
so
all the
good.
chocolates. They do it on purpose.
Yep.
It's a marketing.
Plus, they have more stuff keep coming out.
That's right.
So
So
they can
these companies own this spot in these supermarkets and these shelves. Just so you know that too.
Look, there's some people out there too. If they're listening, they could think this is straight quackery, really, and like. But I
Go ahead, I
just
know.
want people to understand. Don't wait till you get sick.
Okay.
Just take the blindfolders off
Okay.
and
The rose glasses.
just
No, the
Jump-
blindfolders.
this. And the best part about what's going on today, because I've seen it just in the short amount of time that I've been vegan, is all the awesome documentaries that are out there now.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
like eating alive.
you can it's changing people, and I'm starting to have conversations with people that would never have conversations about anything knowing this stuff. Like, so the internet really is what is really changed everything, I think. Once, because it's slowly getting to, if I found it, everyone's going to find it. And I have this thing where I think a cheeseburger will be $100 down the road because it'll only be like
We
for
hope.
the rich.
We hope.
Yeah, I mean,
Speaking of that, how about lobster?
I'm afraid of lobster.
So, but do you know where
I
it
used
came
to
from?
love it.
Do you
I
know
don't
where it
eat
came
fish.
I'm afraid.
from? Okay, so lobster, and you can, guys, listen. Anything I tell you is a fact, not an opinion from me. You got to remember something. Most of you know this, but some of you tuning in today probably don't. I'm 57 years old. At 30 years old, I started this. So we're talking 27 years, right? Okay. So I didn't have Google. I didn't have access to everything you people have. I had to go all over the world. I even
Yeah.
went to Russia when it was communist on a health tour, touring around with Lenox Hill Hospital. I had to tour everywhere. I had to learn the hard way. I had to read thousands and thousands of books. You guys have it easy, and you have us here to tell you. Lobster was prisoners' food. That's what lobster was. You want to know why? Because the Bible also says, do not eat shellfish, because their only purpose in life was to clean the crap off of the oceans. Well, guess what? The lobster industry knew this, so they said, these dumb Americans, we can now make this rich people food. And that's what they did. So if you Google this, it is prisoners' food. That's where it came from, because they knew it was garbage, and that's what they gave them.
Yeah, and if it eats garbage,
That's right.
you're gonna get garbage.
So, okay.
And now the ocean, see, people
Oh,
are like,
so-
oh,
oh
I
my
want to be a
gosh.
pescatarian. I'm like,
Oh
wait
my
a minute, the
gosh,
oceans
it's so toxic.
are so toxic.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I just watched a video the other day. I think that you posted it. It's
Yes.
filled with
Plastic.
plastic
Oh my gosh.
fibers from washing clothes. Like all those little fibers are now the fishery, and then you're cutting into plastic. So you're eating plastic.
Oh, it's so horrible.
You're eating antibiotics if you're having a cow or a pig. You're eating plastic if you're having fish. Who the hell knows what you're eating if you're having fish?
You're not even eating.
I don't even know what fish are anymore.
Right.
I feel bad for them because we
Right.
destroyed them.
You destroyed them.
Yeah, because, I mean, think about all the plants. They're all on water. All our giant factories and stuff that are
But
processing
it's
shit.
so sad what's happening. They don't even want bees around anymore. Without bees, we're done. They don't want anything around. They just want robots. That's their goal. They don't want
I'm not
people.
living for robots. That's scary.
They don't want people healthy. They
But
don't make any money on that.
We're waking up. I know it because I'm telling you. Because anybody who Googles cancer now too, there's like you'll see the whatever the doctor
Starting
BS,
to
the
see stuff,
MD,
but remember-
But then you'll see, cure this, that. And, it's happening.
It's happening.
But people can be posting up fake posts for people to believe it.
It doesn't
Versus
matter.
something.
It doesn't matter. Do
Even
your
though
own
they're getting the
research.
word
I
out.
don't care.
If you
Listen,
want it, you'll find it.
I don't care what people post. I don't care what you think about their posts. Do your own darn research, okay?
Yeah.
That's it, period. I am so sick of everybody with everybody's excuses. And then, God forbid, you do get sick and you're dying. You know how many people, and I want you to call me and I will help you, but you know how many times it's too late? So open your eyes, guys. Don't worry about what other people tell you. Even what we're saying, research it.
Yeah. Just do it. Yeah.
Yes.
Just do it before you get sick.
You
Because
know?
once you're in the doctor's hands, it's doom.
So,
it's doomsday. Because then you
when-
start taking whatever they give you, and then you have to start taking more. It's all
And they
common
just
sense.
keep
Just
pushing
wake
you
up.
higher and higher and higher.
Listen,
Yeah, like no drug is going to heal you. If you go in and you
right.
have a heart issue
That's
and they
right.
give you blood thinners,
that's right.
that's not going to heal you. You can't just keep eating and
That's
doing
right.
what you're doing and then take blood thinners and think you're going to get healed.
That's right.
It's never going to happen. I could run out of breath talking about this.
I know. So, when I first got into all this, and you got to remember, I was an Italian woman, so we all cooked, So for an Italian woman to not want to eat Italian food and manigots and all that, and my dad's homemade pasta, they thought we were crazy. So I had a lot of struggles for years. My father finally realized I was right, okay? And about a year ago, a cousin of mine, he's my daughter's age, my mom's family. They're all dead in their 60s. Terrible, terrible bloodline there. Disease everywhere. He finally called me a year ago and said, "Cuz, you're right." He goes, "I used to think you were a quack. I need your help." He's doing amazing.
Nice.
Okay, so it'll happen. It'll happen.
They wake up, but I just wish they didn't get sick yet. Oh, and then if you do feel sick, if you have like some shit going on, like you have an issue, just start eating fruits and veggies. Right now, just to start piling in fruits and veggies.
what I've been
doing.
And don't worry about protein cows. Don't worry about anything.
Protein is a joke.
You have a solid 2 years
You
before
guys
you
need
have
your
to.
own show on top of the show.
I'm telling you, you have a solid 2 years before you have to worry about any type
That's
of
right.
nutrition.
Thank you.
You need to clean. You need to do a lot of cleaning. First of all, if you have weight on you, any type of weight that's on you is for fasting. So the human body is built to store fat, just like a bear. Like you go hibernate. So the reason why we gain weight is because the body thinks it's gonna fast. So if you're heavy, just go on a fast, and then you will lose the weight, And then by going on a fast, you'll clean up, and then you won't want to go back to wherever you were.
Don't you find that people have more excuses than ever today?
It's kind of crazy.
It's crazy, right?
No, because it's drug. All cooked foods.
There you go.
Everyone is
Well,
hooked
wait,
on drugs.
let me talk
Everybody.
about. Okay, wait. I do want to say something about some cooked foods.
And people think I'm crazy too when
No,
I say
you're not
cocaine. It's
crazy.
all the same. Cocaine
Well, do you know what sugar
and pizza
is?
is the same.
Do you know your brain cannot distinguish the difference between heroin and sugar? Okay?
Opioids, right?
It cannot distinguish it. So when you put sugar in your and listen, when you put sugar in your body, guys, your body thinks it's dope. So that's why all addicts are addicted to sugar. And what do they give you in rehabs? Venting
I have a song on that.
machines with sugar.
I
It's
literally have a
insanity.
song on that. Like people, because they're trying to heal, right? They're coming off drugs. They're on AA. They're in NA. They're going to church. All three of those push drugs when you get there.
Thank you.
You go to church.
this.
You're getting coffee and donuts.
All right, when is our next show?
Yeah. You go to AA. You're getting
Oh my
coffee and
gosh.
donuts.
Oh my
and
gosh.
you're going to NA. And there's like candy and friggin' crap everywhere.
Nuh-uh, donuts,
So you
donuts,
can,
coffee, caffeine, all that stuff. Yeah.
donuts, coffee, caffeine, all that.
Your body's not supposed to have, but it makes
Yeah,
you
so now
group
you're
together.
piling in that. And
So I'm going to talk
you
about
might
that.
as well just die on the heroin you were doing.
All right, so I'm going to talk about that. So, guys, I'm not an
You have a
addict.
better high.
I'm not an addict. I'm just an ass. Get my book, okay? Proceeds go to help people. It's only $10. You can go right through Hamilton Radio on Amazon and order this book. So I talk against AA. I talk against NA. I actually even talk against the Catholic Church because I have a right to, because I was Catholic. Okay, so I'm a Christian. I believe in God and Jesus, right? Okay, so let's talk about AA and NA. Let's talk about what really went on. So originally, and I do have to say this, AA was meant to be a good thing. Originally, when Bill W. started AA, it was meant to be a good thing, all right? I didn't put this in my book, but I'm going to share it here. So he had horrendous suicidal thoughts. He was bipolar, depression, everything. So he approached one of his doctors who also, I think, was a little bit holistic and all that, and he put him on niacin, pure niacin, the one that makes you sweat, the one that you, okay? It cured him. So he approaches AA, but by then, the government already infiltrated AA. He approaches AA and says, I want to give all the addicts niacin. And you know what they said? Absolutely not. We can't make money on that. So people have said this to me. Oh, you don't pay for AA. That's BS. No. You don't understand. You are paying for AA with your life because this is how it goes. The government is making sure that AA still exists because when you walk through that door, they're giving you all your sugars, all this, because they know 7% will make it and the rest won't. So everything else that's going on based around these programs is how they make their money. All the rehabs, all right? You understand, right? You know.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's crazy. I'm you once.
I know. I
I'm
love
trying.
this.
I'm
I
trying.
know.
I'm
He's
trying
trying to think of like what else he can
'Cause
say.
No, he's
my
trying
sister's close,
how
too.
not to say certain things. I know what he's doing.
Yeah, my sister's so close too because she's born again and she's doing the whole Jesus thing, blah blah blah. And then she'll come home and have like tuna with mayo and on a giant hero, and I'm like, I was like, no, you do have God's food.
Have God's food.
Yeah, you're doing the wrong thing. Like I can't imagine somebody who is really holy. Like you see these really giant obese preachers and stuff. Meanwhile, they're gluttons, right? Isn't that gluttony?
Yes.
Like just eating a giant thing of chicken wings and then saying, "Rawr."
There were reasons.
I'm like,
there were,
oh man,
Follow
everyone's
my
confused.
way.
There were reasons why there are laws about food in the Old Testament, even pork. Jews were instructed not to eat shellfish and not to eat pork. Okay, do you want to know why? Because the pig is the only animal that cannot get rid of toxins. The only thing that their job was to clean the farms.
It don't sweat and it eats its own poop.
That's right.
Are you
But we needed
crazy?
pigs. But we needed pigs for the farms because we were supposed to always have farms, and we needed an animal to clean the farmlands, right? So, but they're crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. We're not calling you guys crazy. Some of you really don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
Right.
That's our job is to wake
Right.
people up. Like
A lot
I'm
of
telling
people
you,
don't
if
know.
that's the one thing why I started my YouTube channel, Raw Food City, is because if I was to able to reach one person,
That's right.
that I have a mentor from YouTube who woke me up. Like I see this guy, he's juicing. His name is Dan McDonald. They call him the Life Regenerator. This guy is on fire. He's lit up. He's talking into the camera and he's saying how amazing this is. Come with me, almost, you know? Like that was coming off because he was explaining how amazing juices are. Stop eating. I'm like, I'm gonna try. This guy is on fire. He looks like Jesus. I'm gonna try. I want what he's having. You know what I'm saying? So I started juicing, and it immediately happened. It happened so fast. Like right now, whoever's even listening to this, don't worry about anything. Just stop eating.
There you go. I love it.
Literally, just stop eating because it's all a drug. Everything you are consuming is a drug. Even when you're cooking broccoli, it's technically if you stick your hand in boiling water, you hurt your hand. If you stick broccoli in, you're changing the chemistry of the broccoli. Eat everything raw, just for a minute. Just do it for a week. Just juice and eat raw food and watch the magic happen overnight. It's like 4 days in, you're like, oh, crap, I feel good. Why do I feel so good? Like, 'cause once you start getting rid of all those toxins, too, and everything that's, like, bogging down your digestion, once it's easy digestion, everything works right.
So
I could be here 20 hours talking to you people about how amazing it happens. And it happens so fast.
So I want to say something out there to you guys, because I know sometimes it's impossible to think you can do it, but we all can do whatever we put our minds to. And unfortunately, even for me, I was young, but I was sick. So that's what started my venture.
Yeah, getting sick, and that sucks.
Sick, and it sucks.
Don't get sick.
Yes.
But you can
before
cure
you can get
yourself.
sick.
Do not let the doctors
That's
try to heal you.
That's right.
Please,
When-
just stop eating. The doctors push food. You go in there, you get sick. They're like, you need to eat protein. I'm like, have you seen the cancer regimen on diet?
So have I seen, do you know they get like 40 hours of nutrition to become a doctor? They don't even know. Do
They
you know
have
what
no
they give
idea.
you know what they give you in a hospital? A friend of mine was just in the hospital. Then she went to a rehab. I went to see her in both places, and I checked out the food on purpose, of course. So she had ginger ale.
Crazy.
She had frosted flakes.
I love
Wow.
And she had bacon and eggs. So I'm just saying, guys.
You might as well stay there.
Okay.
Stay there for the rest of your
So-
life because that's what you're going to need.
I want to talk about two things.
No water though.
If you want water, but wouldn't you rather have a ginger ale?
It's
Think
probably
about it.
faucet.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Filled with fluoride and everything
it's
else.
unbelievable,
Everyone
right?
distill
It
your
is
water.
going to be fluoride. It's not.
So,
gonna be-
guys, I want to talk about two things here, because these two things are vital, because addiction doesn't just come in a drug form. Addiction comes in so many different forms out there, right? So any addiction means your brain is being altered while you're in this addiction. It could be food, it could be sex, it could be porn, it could be drugs, it could be alcohol, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
So here's why I'm not telling anyone out there, if you have no support system, no family, no friends, then go to meetings. I'm not telling you not to do that if you have no support system. But what I am telling you is this: if you do have a support system, please don't go. And this is why. I was 30 years old, put myself in a rehab and said, this is it, I'm done. And I'm going to tell this story because it's in my book anyway. Here I am in 1990, I think, with a 1990 black and gold Eldorado Cadillac with Elvis license plates in the middle of Trenton at 1 o'clock in the morning copying dope, okay, in that flashy car. It saved my life. My drug dealer got in the back of my car because he ran out of heroin, and me and my girlfriend had to take him 2 blocks while an unmarked police car, thank God, recognized my license plates, because I owned businesses. I owned a beauty salon. Everyone knew me, and I was friends with one of the municipal court judges, and her and I would have lunch all the time. I was always at the courthouse. This cop saved my life. He called her in the middle of the night, and he came back to my car, and he said, Jerry, so-and-so said go home and go to sleep and get him out of your car now. So needless to say, it saved my life. But here's the thing. I went into the rehab that week, made a conscious choice, and said, that's it. I had my family move my beauty salon while I was in the rehab. That's how serious I was. I did everything they told me I had to do because I didn't know any different. For the first month I came out, I went to a meeting every day and got a sponsor. Well, I woke up and said, what the F am I doing? Why would I want to sit in these meetings and listen to them talk about drugs and alcohol every day? Shoot me.
Yeah.
Never went back. And that is when I started this amazing journey. And then I got sick after that. So, guys, please take what we're saying seriously, because you can't stop addiction if you're going to talk about it every day. You have to make serious, positive changes in your life if you want to not be an addict.
Yeah.
And again, it doesn't it could be food, right? It could be anything you're addicted to.
Yeah.
So that's number one. The other thing is this, your doctors. We are trained as babies to
Trust the lab coat.
Trust the white coat syndrome.
The white lab coat.
The lab coat. Because we should, right? Because they're the doctors. Okay. Unfortunately, everything's changed now. So things have changed, not for the better. So trust your body. Your body also tells you.
Oh, yeah. It tells you everything.
Talk about that.
And the cleaner you get, the more in touch you are with everything. Because anything that I put in, like just this sip, you get a buzz from it because of how. See, the thing is, when you're understanding the American diet, you're really not absorbing anything. You know, it's going in and it's clogging and it's pulling stuff that's why you're always tired and everything. And I don't know, I'm just jumping from subject to subject, but
No, but I get it.
yeah, it's like
You too.
it's just once you clean out, once you don't worry about it, just stop eating. Because that was a fear too. Because I was always like, well, I just don't understand everything. I don't know. What do you mean not eat? Your body was meant to fast, so just stop eating, start eating vegetables, and watch the magic happen. And as you clean up, you get so in touch with your body. It's the most amazing thing that happens. It really is. And you don't have to fear anything anymore. And you could just, all you could do is just help people. Or you're up all day. You're dusting under the couch for no reason. You start doing, money falls out of trees because
I agree.
Because you can't stop. You're no longer tired. See, that's the thing. Everyone's like, oh, I feel weird, you know, like I don't feel the same. I started realizing that when I was around 27. I was like, you know, I always felt like there was something wrong. Something's wrong, something's wrong, something's wrong. And I questioned it for 15 years before I really got it, you know, until Jeff was diagnosed. But it was that Dan McDonald really jumping off the camera. It was YouTube. YouTube helps. That's what I was trying to get to before, is that you could have your family on YouTube, almost like your church. So, like, if you are in doubt of everything, listen, read books, watch YouTube, find a mentor on raw food. And, there's tons of doctors out there that are pushing plant-based life now.
Yep.
Tons of documentaries.
Dr. Joel Furman, a good friend of mine, guys.
Tons of it. Fred Bishi, Furman, all these guys. The newest movie. Just go
Feeding
to
You
Netflix and just put
It's not on there.
plant-based. Well, not yet.
I'm waiting
sure
for it.
it'll come. But there's so many awesome
very
documentaries. And James Cameron's coming out with a vegan sport documentary.
Oh.
How, like, sports is changing
cool
with the
is
vegan
that?
diet. Because everyone, the whole protein question. This movie is going to answer your protein question 100%. It's going to answer it for the world because Cameron's involved in it.
I love it.
And it's going to be
I
like
love
a
him.
real deal vegan sports-based documentary that's going to blow everyone's mind
That's amazing.
on how these guys are getting ripped diesel without meat.
All right, so let's talk about something. You said it's going to blow everybody's mind, right?
Yeah.
And you
well, a lot of the transitionals
Right.
and a lot of people who are just
Right.
like who catch that movie.
So here's the problem, though, today, and tell me your thoughts on this. So all this information you give, I give, all these other people, these documentaries, people see them.
Yeah.
People who have cancer still smoke. Why? So what does that mean?
I don't know, the hit by the bus theory.
You know what I mean? It's like,
If I put this out, I'm going to get hit by a bus anyway.
right. So what does it
Guys
take?
heard that?
But what does it take to change someone, right? Because if they don't want to change, even with food, it's not going to happen,
Yeah.
right?
It depends on who I feel like they're role model is too. A lot of like teenagers and stuff or
No,
adults
bull.
growing
That's
up.
also another excuse. So let me just talk about that for a minute. No, listen, I love you, and I get what you're saying
Of
because
course.
of your
Well, I'm
age.
saying of them.
Yeah,
Like I don't
of-
have a role model.
You do. Your dad. But what I'm saying is this: stop using even your
Are you my
parents.
role model?
No, stop using even your parents as an excuse or how you grew up or how you were brought up. Because
Yeah.
you know what? We can show you probably 100 people today. One of them was the guy that was born with no arms and no legs, no worries. Remember him? You know him, right? The guy surfs. He's got a family. He's got kids. No arms, no legs, no worries. So I don't want to hear. Listen, I'm not saying your past wasn't a bad past because I'm there for anybody and I'll listen to anybody. But there also comes a time where we have to wake up and say, well, we're now adults and we have to change things. You know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. What do you think about that?
It's just forget about what everybody has taught you.
Yes.
I feel like we
It
make
is
excuses
all
though,
wrong.
you know?
Excuses.
Everything that I've learned growing up was 100%.
Wrong.
It was very emotional for me.
Wrong.
Once I was on my fourth day, I say it all the time, I was reborn. I went outside and I felt the sun in a different way. By the way, you don't get sunburn. I felt
Thank you.
everything different. And my eyes, my ears, my skin, my everything
Your
changed
hair.
overnight. My hair grew back, by the way. I was like balding. There's pictures of me bald.
I told you that, Jerry. He had no hair
Like,
at all. And now he has color. Like
it's crazy. I mean,
My
it's
hair
still,
grew back too.
It's crazy what happens. I was reborn, and it was very emotional what happened because I realized in that moment that I've been lied to my entire life.
Yep.
About everything, and it wasn't my parents' fault because they didn't know better. It wasn't my grandparents' fault because
That's right.
they really didn't know
But
any
we're
better.
also learning, you know?
Yeah, so
With everything we learned was a lie, and now we're trying to regrow from it and change.
yeah, and that's what I want to tell everybody. You've been lied to your whole life.
I love that.
The triangle, all the protein, the calcium, everything that you know about food is false and is a lie.
So I'm going to tell you something you probably may not know because you're a male. All right? You probably think soy is bad.
I really would mess with it though.
All right, I'm going to tell you why it saved my life.
Really?
Really. So, all right, guys. So I had 2 cancers. I was 30 years old, really thin and very, very sick, colon cancer. 0 activity in my colon. 0. Okay? I left the doctor's office, said thank you, shook his hand. I went and got on a plane immediately and went to Tennessee and got certified under a man named George Malcolmus, who they sent home to die as well. So that was 27 years ago. He was probably 60. He's still alive, and now he's in Hawaii. All right, his son took over his business. All right, it went into his bones. They told him he had a few months to live. Well, he's still alive, guys. Okay, so he's the one I got certified in fasting with. Okay. When I was in my 20s, I went on a health tour to Asia, and this is what I learned. They didn't even know what breast cancer was. They had a 3% breast cancer rate in Asia back in the 80s, okay? If someone did get breast cancer, they had to send that woman out of the country because they didn't know how to heal her. They live on soy. Here's the difference. Their soy is fermented and organic,
Oh, fermented.
okay? Soy does not put estrogen in your body. What soy does is it brings your estrogen out of your body. It allows the estrogen that is stored properly, progesterone and estrogen is stored in our bodies for when women go through the changes, and even men do, and they don't know it, but you guys go through menopause, you do.
Yeah.
So God did such an amazing job with it where you have all this stored up, and as you need it, it will come out. Well, here's the amazing thing about soy. I had 1 hot flash. I had 1 night sweat. The next day, I called my health food store. They said, increase your soy immediately. I never had another one again. I never went through 1 menopausal symptom. Saved my life. It also saved my life from breast cancer. I increased my soy. It was all fermented and organic, and the breast cancer was gone. When I left there, the lump was this big, guys. When I left there, I said, thank you, I'm out of here. Went away again. This time I went on a 2.5-month water fast, cured me, and I did nothing but OD on fermented soy.
Nice.
Okay? So here I am. Okay? So there's a lot of myths also, because I'm going to tell you why. Pharmaceutical industry, right? They said, listen, guys, let's get in touch with corporate America, because if everybody's onto this soy thing and all this natural stuff and the raw diet, we're done. So we now have to infiltrate all these lies about all this good stuff to people so they don't believe it and they're afraid of it.
And that's what really helped me too, is being in business, because owning a business, you are literally forced to cut corners.
Okay.
So whatever it be, whatever it be, so I'm telling you, when that retarded cow comes in, they're putting that guy in the same.
Oh, so sad.
You know what I'm saying?
It's so sad.
That cow is going into the same burger.
That's right.
For weight.
So sad.
And it's all business.
How about the chickens that they actually show all on a thing, and they're plumping, they're dead. Now they're not fat enough, so they want to make them heavier for you. So they show them pumping, right, and all of them to blow them up.
They're filling up meat. It just makes sense, right? Wouldn't you want to feed the cow? If you're in a weight-based system, wouldn't you want to have that cow as big as possible?
No, but this is even the chickens that are dead on the
and the chickens
getting packaged.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So now the grocery stores are involved with the pink meat, and now the injection on the chickens and
mad cow disease was something when I was little.
They're gonna find,
It was big.
why not throw a little of this pink stuff in this It's all business.
That's right.
So at least like when you get like a piece of romaine lettuce, because you got to be careful. I heard about plastic cabbage too now.
I did that.
What the hell was that?
The rice.
Oh
even
my
the
God.
rice.
Yeah, the shit out
Which
of
one
it.
is it? No, wait.
All right.
My father shared something about lettuce.
So
What-
I did
what-
the cabbage. I did the cabbage and
Yeah,
the
it
rice.
was like
That's
a
plastic.
Plastic cabbage.
Okay. Do we have a phone call? Yeah. Okay. Phone caller? Okay. Phone caller?
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, is this the Jerry Petito show?
Yes.
Is this
All right,
Maybelline?
I've been listening, and I want to say I think it's a great show, and I definitely need to change my diet.
So ask Bobby Bunn some questions.
Oh, Bobby Buns, how are you? This is Juicy Lucy.
Juicy Lucy, what's up?
Being a porno star, I'm retired now.
Okay.
Porn star? You're a porn star?
Yeah, I'm a former porno star.
Oh, you're
I'm
retired.
A retired porno star. And you got away with, you're HIV free? You made it.
I'm HIV free.
That's
and
great. By the way, AIDS does not exist.
Okay, yes.
HIV is total BS that was made up too, just like protein and calcium.
To scare everyone.
That's good to know. But being a porno star, I know you're talking about health and putting, delicious raw food in your mouth. But being a porno star, other things went in your mouth, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. That's the best meal.
Yeah, it most certainly is. And I just want to know what do you think I can eat to rejuvenate my bodily fluids?
To rejuvenate bodily fluids. Speaking of bodily fluids, that's 80% of us, right? 70-something%. I don't know the percentage of fluid, but they're saying that the whole lymphatic system is now the new organ.
Well,
like they found an organ that's bigger than skin.
But it's the truth.
Yeah, so the lymphatic system, this is what you need to know, is that you have to get that organ going. And by doing that is just getting rid of the waste.
The other organ will go?
Yeah. You move that water around, a lot of rebounding, a lot of juicing. And then watch how your retirement plays out from this porn star career. You will become a porn star again. And by the way, you walk around with a heart on.
Well, Bobby,
it's continuously. If the wind blows wrong, your pants will lift.
Well, if I came out of retirement, would you want to do a movie with me?
Absolutely.
So listen, why don't you come out of retirement right now and tell everybody who you are, my friend?
How you doing, Jerry?
Hey, Ralphie boy.
Ralphie.
All right, how you doing, Bobby? How you doing, Samantha?
It's Danny.
Hi.
Sam's not here.
I'm Danny, but it's okay.
I apologize.
okay,
I'm
that's
looking.
okay.
No, let me tell you something. All kidding aside, I'm a comedian impressionist. My name is Ralph Ippolito,
And all kidding aside, I think the show is absolutely fantastic, very, very knowledgeable. You're not going to get this information on TV.
That's for sure.
And you can't put a price tag on it. It's absolutely incredible. You got to definitely do more shows on this topic.
Just pray that Facebook doesn't take it down.
If I would do this, you know, the more I think about it, the more I think, you know, of doing
You need
it
to do a show.
of all the
like
time.
a radio show.
As a job.
Yeah, I just want to just keep putting this information out, even if I'm saying the same thing over and over. And if I just catch that one person, like maybe even you, Ralph, like if you just realize that everything that you've learned about food and your parents and everything is wrong, once you realize that and all the BS that the doctors, it's just all common sense. Are you on like any type of medication right now?
Yeah, I'm on cholesterol medicine and blood pressure medicine.
Stop it right now.
Right. Throw it in
Literally,
the garbage.
throw it in the garbage because it's
In the garbage.
complete bullshit. You can.
I know. I've heard a lot about that, especially about the cholesterol medicine.
Well, but the doctors have you fooled to thinking that the cholesterol is a problem, but when cholesterol is actually saving your life.
I have to say something real quick. When I went to cooking school in New York, Walter Matthau's daughter, Jenny, she was one of the most amazing women I ever studied under, okay? And she has been living with her cholesterol in the 400 or 500s her entire life. And she said, and that's the first time I ever learned that. She said, cholesterol is not only a good thing, there's no such thing as high cholesterol and it can't hurt you. But see, again, they want to put you on meds for so throw them in the garbage. You can't die from high cholesterol.
Yeah. It's all BS.
What about like the clogged arteries? It does cholesterol does not cause clogged
It does
arteries?
not even this much. It's impossible. Cholesterol is a liquid. Do you know what cholesterol is? It's a vessel. So say it's like a ship that's coming to save drowning people. So when your cholesterol is high, it's the liquid that's going through your arteries to clear them out. So when your cholesterol is really high, that means you have other underlying issues that have to be addressed, not the cholesterol. The cholesterol high is saving your life.
Yeah, and you know, and then you're taking that medication, and they didn't tell you. You know, they probably did though. A lot of the doctors are actually like
Not really.
They're saying, "Oh, take this pill and eat
Secretly,
better." But
they don't tell them what
they're not
going to
give you a
means.
diet.
That's
Yeah,
right.
they're not going to send you in a nutritionist.
That's right.
All you have to do, literally, is today stop eating. But I'm not kidding. Stop eating. You will cure. You'll feel great. You'll be 140 again, like you should be. Because what's your height?
I'm only about 5'7".
5'7". You should be 120 pounds. 125 pounds. Yeah, believe it or not. Sounds ridiculous.
I weigh 230.
Yeah, you're 100 pounds overweight. It's just that's what they're not telling you. It's just you just put the medication, just throw the medication in the garbage and just start eating plants. Whole food, plant-based diet. It will change your life. You'll go back to your original weight that you're supposed to.
I believe it because you look at all the Asian countries that they have the least cancer and heart disease rate.
That's right, baby.
Yeah, well, the old school towns, in Italy, the old school towns in Asia. But the cities are dying.
That's right.
And they're dying because of the standard American diet, because it's everywhere now. So
Ralph, I want to thank you for calling in. Give yourself
and I want to thank you guys for doing this show. It was absolutely so educational and informative.
All right.
Nice.
I want to thank
throw them
you.
pills out, Ralph.
Yeah, throw them out. I want to close the show and say something, but I want to thank you. Okay, Ralph?
Okay, thank you. Keep up the good work. Take care.
Peace.
We're going to close the show out in about 15 minutes, guys. But there's something that I want to share with everybody out there so you really kind of get this, okay? So we're not making any money helping you. So it's not like we have an agenda. We have zero agenda except to help people.
Yeah, I
right?
want you to feel as good as I feel.
Okay? Because
that's my goal.
Here's the other thing about that. If everybody starts feeling better, less anger in this country.
No more war.
No more
world
war.
peace. If everyone was doing what I'm doing, everybody be making babies, pulling in their yard to grow a tomato.
Okay.
It literally is world peace.
Pulling in their yard to grow tomatoes.
God has given us seeds to eat the seeds. That's it. The worst human mistake was us cooking food. That was the worst thing in the pot.
Here's
I don't know how to cook, so maybe I'm
Here's
good.
what I want to say. I want to close the show with this, and I already told you I'm probably going to say something like this. Remember, we talked about this. Nothing he said is wrong. I will not say one thing this man said is not true.
Is it a disclaimer?
Here's the disclaimer.
Yeah.
Not one thing that
This is not medical advice. Do not do what I'm saying.
No, there's not one thing that this man said that I will not agree with, okay? Having said that, a lot of people can't go 100% raw, so we don't want to discourage you.
Oh,
for
yeah,
you to
we do
think
not.
that you have to go 100% raw to be healthy. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me at this point now. So I went all raw. I fast to this day once a year for a month on water, okay? Sometimes on juice. So I fast. I still do it. All right. It's kept me completely healthy. So now at 57 years old, guys, I'm going to tell you something. When I turned 50, I'm no longer 100% raw. I'm like 75% raw, and everything in my life is organic, even my mattress, my bedding, my cleaning supplies, everything. Anything that goes on my body is all organic, okay? But what I've incorporated is I will never give up my soups or stews, but you have to drink the broth because all the vitamins are in there, blah, 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 blah. You will not die if you do not, and get sick if you do not go 100% raw. But
I'm not saying raw is the answer.
No. But what you're saying,
plant-based.
what you're saying is 100% true, especially if they're sick. They need to be all raw.
Oh, if you're sick
Yes.
and you're on medication, yes, you need
All
to
raw.
go on raw until you heal.
That's right.
And then you can start playing with cooked food
No,
again.
but even a long time go on raws. Like I agree with you. I did raws for years and years and years. So I agree with you.
Yeah.
But once you get to a point, I had an accident in July, a bad accident with a chair, okay? So I had some serious knee damage. My foot was this big. It was crazy, and I'm still healing from it. It's going to be about a year, they said. I twisted the meniscus in my knee so bad, they said it's going to take a year. Here's what was wonderful about this. When they did the ultrasound, I happened to know the girl, and she said, Jerry, because I know you, I want to show you the screen. She said, I've never seen anyone at your age with amazing arteries and veins like this. There has to be a secret. I said there is, and that's the secret right there. Lemon, lime, apple cider vinegar every day, okay?
Yeah.
My blood, when they said they had to take my blood, because I'm a sarcastic idiot, I said to this beautiful young Indian doctor, I said to her, Sweet Pea, you don't have to take my blood. My blood is beautiful. And she goes, okay, Sweet Pea, but we have to do it. So she takes my blood. When she comes to give me the results, Scouts Honor guy, she says, Sweet Pea, your blood is beautiful. So here I am, 2 cancers I had, right? 57 years old. Nothing is wrong, thank you, God. I am very healthy. So
plant-based.
So it's all plant-based, but what he's saying about raws is vital for a long time in your life, especially if you're sick. It's vital.
Yeah,
So-
just to clean up.
That's right.
And then once you're cleaned up, your body could actually, listen, we know human beings that function on a lot of craziness. Like you have, I'm sure you have a drunk heroin functional uncle out there. And you're like, this guy made it to 70, but he's handcuffed to that.
First of all, 70 is not even old anymore.
No, I'm going for 200.
All right? So everybody says
I'm
this
going
too.
200.
Do you ever hear this?
220.
Well, my grandfather,
I'll take 220.
He smoked, ate meat his whole life, drank his whole life. I'm going to tell you why, okay? Because my grandmother lived to 100, and they had a farm, and even their tobacco was pure. Their wine was homemade. There were no chemicals in anything, and their meat was real meat, and their food was real food. So, guys, listen carefully. What we're saying is truth. Okay? We're only trying to help you guys. The food industry today, everything out there
It's all screwed up.
Is so bad.
If
It's
that's not
so
your
bad.
cow, don't eat it.
That's right.
At least you know what the cow says. Look, if you're going to eat meat and you have to eat
Get
meat,
organic.
obviously get organic. That's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer.
But it should be your own cow because honestly, even the organic,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
To a point, but you got to fight your battles.
Joey, put
you know?
the cow in the grass for a minute. They go out in the grass, they eat the grass, and then they bring them back into the pen, and then they probably jack them up with all this bullshit, and they tell you that it's plant-based organic. Or
No,
the
you
cow,
gotta go
the cow is grain-fed. Well, give me the breakdown on your grain-fed cow and how long he has to stay out in the pasture for. It's probably 5 minutes. The cow goes out there, eats grass, comes back into the pen, and then they just jack him up with shit.
So why even?
Curse word, sorry.
Yeah, why even eat meat? Like, all right, so.
If it's not your cow, don't eat it.
All
If it's not your meat, don't eat it.
If
'cause
it
you don't know what
grows
the
from
meat
a
is eating.
plant, eat it. If it's made in a plant, don't eat it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much how, yeah.
So how do you want to close out?
We should close out. Definitely promote your stuff.
Oh, so yeah. Well, you guys know that I'm in a band too, the Barnyard Boys, and we're having
You have a
a
gig?
backyard bash in Staten Island, 537 Van Duzer Street, Cinco de Mayo.
What? Oh, Cinco de Mayo.
May
Listen,
5th?
my band, the Barnyard Boys, is actually, and then we'll talk about raw food. You could come, watch the show, and ask me any question you want. If you're riddled with cancer, I will help you,
Yes.
aka cure you.
Cure you, baby. Cure
Yeah.
you.
That's it. They're pulling the show off.
But
No,
isn't
but-
it more as they have to cure themselves?
Yeah. Oh
versus, I mean, like, listen to everything you're saying, do that, but they have to do it themselves.
Everything in life is choices.
Yeah.
Everybody has to make choices about whatever it is they want to do. So you have to man up to whatever it is that you need to fix and make a choice.
yeah. Yo,
But then again, listen.
get excited.
Get excited, but if you don't want to choose to live healthy or cure yourself, that's fine. But then don't complain. See, then don't complain because no one's done this to you. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel.
Yeah. You've been lied to. That's what we should go out on. You've been lied to. Everything you know about food is wrong. And just eat plants. All types of plants. There's billions of plants.
That's right.
And by the way,
And nuts and seeds, I love it.
just say you have a craving for
raw.
something. I can't go without eating dark chocolate.
Oh, my
I
God.
can't go without Big ziti. By the way, there is a raw plant-based food for you, an alternative to everything. That's what helped me.
That's right.
So
Zucchini lasagna.
Oh, zucchini.
It's
Oh,
amazing.
there's so many
Oh my
things.
gosh, forget it.
In your transition, because in the transition, you're going to want those things because you're going to still be craving them. But then eventually you clean up that too.
Right.
So like you go from Big ziti to raw vegan
Right.
ziti, and then
Right.
you don't even want that anymore because you're just so hooked on feeling good.
So guys, listen, we talked about the fat vegan and we talked about all this. This is my suggestion, and I'm sure he will agree with this because everybody has to go through a transition.
Yeah.
So if you're not sick and you just want to make healthier choices until you could get to that part where you are either vegan or all raws, check out all the vegan food out there.
Tons of it.
Tons of it. It will blow your mind. You won't even know it's not chicken.
Yeah.
Start there.
They have burgers that bleed now.
Right.
They have,
Burgers that bleed. I brought him here. I tricked him.
Oh,
on
it's-
his
yeah.
food. John Brecco's in the house. I tricked him on the round
the
table.
one from Target. The
No, I got him at Black Forest. But
It's
I
the,
tricked him. The ones that bleed.
yeah, the ones with the beet.
Yeah, and that's so gross to vegetarians because honestly,
Yeah,
if I
we're beyond that.
If
but-
I wanted, I didn't want that fat. I
Yeah.
didn't eat burgers. Like, forget it. I don't
but a
wanna talk about
great transition food.
it. Yes, it is a great transition.
And you
food.
would not know. By the
That's
way,
right.
you got to see. You're not eating meat without
You're not
it
eating
being
meat
seasoned.
anyway.
You're not eating meat. Yeah, you're really not eating meat. By
Right.
the way, I don't even know what
What's
it is.
really
Listen,
crazy
come
about-
over to our side of the fence. Come
But
over.
if you ate a raw piece of ground beef, you'd throw it up because it's not seasoned
I
and
don't eat
cooked.
meat.
it's
so,
not, and it's not real.
Well, can I say one more thing before we
Yes.
end? A lot of the veggie burgers that I've been eating recently, me and my dad found out that they have bromelain.
Yeah, some of you have to read every
Oh
label.
yeah,
But it's like,
No,
they're
no.
jacked with
it was
soy
my
and-
favorite burger, and I'm
But
like, well, I
listen,
can't eat that
That's
anymore.
another thing, and then we're going to close with this:
Okay.
reading labels, because this is also vital.
lot of people
right?
aren't. Mhm.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to read it.
So
Well, they're trying to unlabel a lot of stuff, too.
real quick, GMOs. Let me tell you what's happening real quick with GMOs. Within, I would say, the next 10 years, their goal is to have no real food anyway, and everything will be made in a lab, and everything will be plastic. Your lettuce will be plastic. All your veggies will be plastic. Your rice is already starting to be plastic.
Yeah, you're right.
This is true. This
Your
is
cabbage.
true.
So
Okay?
scary. It looks
So,
like it came out of a plastic bag.
Within the next 10 years, their goal is to not have any farms. Their goal is if you have your own personal farm, they will fine you. All right? They don't. That's going to be hopefully not a law, but they're trying to make that against law. So anyway, whatever. GMOs is what they're going for. That's number one also, and it's all fake food in a lab made, right? Okay. The other thing is this. You believe I just lost my train of thought? I want to say about GMO. Oh, labeling.
Yeah.
Labeling.
All right. Be responsible, guys. If you do not read labels and you eat something that you didn't know, it's your fault. Be responsible. You are in charge of yourself, your body, your health, your mind. And I'm going to add this, ladies, and even some men, don't allow yourself to be in any abusive relationship because that's also part of being healthy.
Yeah.
So it's
Very
all,
healthy.
all a part. Also being happy.
Yeah.
Food is only, food is, I would
just
say,
a small part.
a small part of it.
It really
because
is.
when I got my last certification from IIN, Institute for Integrative Nutrition, to become a nutritional health coach, I learned something that I've never heard before, and this really did something to me. The food plate is only part of what's going to make us healthy. Their first food plate is your job, your sex life, right? Your relationships, your money. Are you happy? You have to be happy, because you could be the healthiest person with your food, but if you are the most miserable, you're still going to get a disease because you're going to wear down your immune system, right?
Yes,
Yep.
100%. Okay. It's but
okay.
The cleaner you get, the happier you get.
Yes.
And that's a good note to
Yes,
end
yes,
on.
yes.
Keep it positive.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
a good note to end on.
Yep. So.
And you feel different.
Yeah.
You said.
So
Cinco de Mayo.
There you go.
Barnyard Boys. And watch. I'm always. I have a almost daily video on Raw Food City. I've been slowing down a little bit. It's been weekly, but I pick it up. It's on and off. But Raw Food City on YouTube, Raw Food City Instagram, Facebook, and all that stuff. And I will help you.
Check out his YouTube. I posted. He was actually on Impractical Jokers.
Oh yeah,
With his man boobs jiggling.
I was on Impractical Jokers. My partner was Sal.
Yes.
And he, yeah, that was my whole bar life. So I had to get rid of that.
All right. So, guys, I want to thank everybody out there for watching, because we're going to do this again. This isn't over. I want to thank you for sitting in, Miss Danny.
You're welcome.
Danny.
And I want to thank you, of course.
Let's
Thank
plan
you.
another date.
I
Welcome.
couldn't wait for this. I couldn't wait for this.
Thank you.
No, thank
because
you, baby.
you're getting this out there, and I could do this all the time.
So we'll get another date in the fall.
Because one person could have heard us.
October?
You know, that one person
Listen,
turns into millions.
More than one person heard you today, baby.
Yeah, but like people could hear, but
Yes.
which is good because you pick up something. But like one person could have heard the magic.
That's right.
Like, oh shit!
That's right.
Let me just put the cooked food, or let me just put the standard American diet on the side for a minute and
That's
just
right.
have fruits and veggies.
There you go.
And see it for a week.
That's
Do
right.
it for a week. You know how fast a week goes?
Yep.
Just
Real fast.
just for shits and giggles, go buy a bag of oranges and have just oranges for the day.
I like
Watch how
clementines.
amazing you'll feel instantly. And
Well,
don't-
wait.
Don't
Hold
worry
on.
about the sugar.
But wait, hold on. Sometimes, real quick, they won't feel amazing because they're such a bad eater.
Yeah, if you're
Okay.
really toxic, it might take a little minute.
That's right. A little minute.
A little minute.
All right. And on that note,
Yeah.
thank you, everybody. What a great show. And we are going to do this again in the fall. Thank you, Gino.
Peace.
Have a good night.